Hello, how are you? How are you? I'm super excited about this video. Today we're talking about overcoming the feeling of loneliness. I am so excited to talk about this topic. This is a very important topic, and really it's a topic that a lot of people are struggling with. A lot of people are going through this. A lot of people are dealing with loneliness right now. And so I'm going to dive right into it. I want to get right into this topic. So I want to say hi to everyone who's watching live right now. Hello, hello. I love you guys dearly. But I really felt led to speak about this message. So many people are struggling with loneliness. I've had people inbox me about it. Just different from people on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So I just want to really touch on this topic because loneliness is something that you can really overcome. And so I want you guys to get this message. I want you to get excited about it, take notes, dive in, share the video with others. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to this channel. But let's get right into it. Hello, everyone watching live. Okay, so overcoming the feeling of loneliness. Let's talk about it. First of all, you may be dealing with a lot right now in this season in your life and feeling alone, feeling like no one understands your situation, feeling like other people can't relate. Maybe you're single. Maybe you're online and you see other couples and they're connecting, during this time of isolation and social distancing. And you may see other couples that are self-quarantining together, and you may feel alone. Whether you're single or even in a relationship, you can even feel alone if you're in a relationship. And so overcoming the feeling of loneliness is something that a lot of people are searching for. Like, what can I do? I'm used to being around people. I'm used to, interacting, having physical contact. And so right now you feel like all of that is limited, right? And so you may be seeing that, and in your mind, you're thinking, wow, look at them. Look at these couples. They look so in love. They look so happy. I wish I was with someone, right? If you're single, you may be dealing with this. You may be dealing with these feelings of loneliness. Or maybe it's, like I said, not being in physical contact with others during social distancing, during the time where you're by yourself, you're really not connecting. You feel there's a difference, right? It's definitely a difference that's going on. It's not something that most of us are not used to, right? And so you may be feeling like no one can relate to how you feel. And so that can cause you to feel alone. That can cause you to feel like, you're by yourself, because you may be dealing with some things, alone in your home, or, feeling those feelings of loneliness, or maybe you feel like, no one understands what you're going through. Even if you're in a relationship, you can feel like that other person don't really understand you. They don't really understand how you feel. They don't really understand what you're dealing with. And so when you're feeling this way, you can easily feel alone. You can easily feel like, you're struggling with loneliness. So let's get into it. First of all, I want you to know that you can overcome the feeling of loneliness. Even in this season, I want you to know that. I want you to understand that there is a way of getting over that. That you go through some loneliness, but there is a way to get through it. In order to reach a breakthrough in your life, you have to go through some things. And so sometimes loneliness is a way of going through to get to the next level of where you're headed. And so that feeling of loneliness, right? Okay, so first of all, I want to share this story. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but this has been over on the internet. There's an author named Shaka Singer. And he spent 4 years in solitary confinement. And he basically said that he turned his prison cell into a space of enlightenment, creativity, and higher learning. He actually wrote books. He was 4 years in this solitary confinement. He didn't have any contact with people at all. 4 years, right? So you may be thinking, wow, like, what you're dealing with right now, you may be thinking, oh my God, I can't imagine not even being in contact with someone for 4 years straight. Not a conversation, not a touch, not a hug, anything, right? And so he basically took his loneliness and he turned it into, he basically took that feeling of loneliness. Let's say that. He took that feeling of loneliness and he turned it into the fire that built his legacy. So let me tell you right now, I just want to encourage you, whether you're feeling lonely right now, whatever season you are in right now, you can take that feeling of loneliness and turn it into the fire that builds your legacy. You can turn it all around. You don't have to stay in that feeling of loneliness. You can overcome that loneliness. And so I want you to be encouraged no matter what it is you are dealing with right now, what it is you are going through right now, you can overcome that. And so here's what I want you to understand. I took some notes, so I'm going through my notes, and I want you guys to take notes as well. I want you to understand this. First and foremost, being lonely or having a feeling of loneliness can actually be a gift. It can actually be a gift to you. And you may be thinking, how? How can I find a gift in being loneliness? Because this is a time where you can really go within, where you can really tap into who you really are, when you can really connect with your inner soul and really connect with what it is you really desire in your life. See, it's easy to avoid dealing with the inner work when you can go out and hang out with friends and never deal with what you're dealing with, keeping yourself busy, keeping people around you, but you're never sitting still and sitting quiet and really dealing with what it is you're going through. And so basically, this is a gift. I want you to know that right now. I've been saying it for a while. People are like, how are you dealing with the self-quarantine and the isolation and not being around people? And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. In the beginning, in the first couple of weeks, it was very, very strange. It was nights where I would get up in the middle of the night. I wasn't sleeping like I was normally sleeping. And I'm like, God, what is going on? And my spirit was waking up, and I was like, feeling led to pray for people, all the news and all the things that was coming out. And really it was like, what is going on, And so the more I really went in, the more I really did the inner work, the more I really asked the questions, seek after the answers, the infinite intelligence of God, the wisdoms of God. The more I went after it, the more I began to see the gift in this season. So whether you're dealing with loneliness, whether you're dealing with fear, whatever it is you're dealing with, I want you to understand that this is a gift that can soar you into your next level. If you really do what's necessary in this season, if you really take the time out to grow from the inside out, when you really take the time, it gets me excited because there's so much potential, so much opportunity in this. And so many people are looking at the downside, and they're looking at the negativity, and they're looking at what the negative news is saying and what people are saying, but they're not understanding that this is a gift to serve you. And if you really understood that gift, you would grow from it. You will create that legacy out of that loneliness. You would take that time and take your power back and know that you can overcome this situation in your life. So being alone is a gift to guide you to be with yourself. It's time to go within. You may be like, being alone, how's it? Being with yourself. You're never alone. You are never alone. You are an infinite spirit. The power of God dwells within you. When you go within, do you know how powerful that is? Do you know the power in meditation and getting silent and getting quiet? And do you know the revelation, the creativity, the ideas, the inventions that come from solitude? So if you really understood that this is an opportunity to serve you, that you may not have this opportunity again in your life. So take advantage of this opportunity, knowing that it's working together for your good, knowing that it's there to serve you. And it's not about you feeling alone. It's about you overcoming those feelings and going in and asking yourself, why am I feeling alone? What's going on with me that causes me to feel alone right now? Because I can be feeling optimistic. I could be feeling grateful. I could be feeling thankful. I could be feeling inspired. Okay? So let me give you some tips on what you can do in this time right now. All right. First of all, the inner work. Get quiet. It's time for you to get quiet. It's time for you to go within. It's time for you. When you wake up in the middle of the night and you feel like you can't sleep, that's because the presence of God is waking you up to new things, new ideas, and God wants to speak to you. God is trying to tell you something. God is trying to guide you in some way and direct you in some way. And maybe God is putting things on your heart for you to pray for other people. And maybe God is leading you in a new direction of creativity and giving you new ideas and giving you new inspiration. And maybe, God is showing you something about yourself that you have ignored for so long because you were so busy for so long. You didn't have the time to really listen and to understand what was going on because you had all these distractions around you. And so now you can listen. Now you can tap into the gift. Now you can go within. Now you can know what God has for you. So I want you to go within. That's the first thing. Do the inner work. And here's the thing I want you to know. If you follow the crowd, you will go as far as the crowd will go. I'm going to say that again. If you follow the crowd, you will go as far as the crowd will go. So what is the crowd doing right now? The crowd is panicking. The crowd is fearful. The crowd is spending most of the time watching the negative news. The crowd is spending most of the time trying to find ways to be entertained because they're bored. The crowd is complaining. The crowd is feeling bad about themselves. The crowd is feeling sorry for themselves. The crowd is feeling like a victim right now. See, when you go with the crowd, you only go as far as a crowd. But you got to be willing to set yourself apart. You got to be willing to say, you know what? I'm going to do something different. I'm going to look at this differently. I'm going to allow this struggle to strengthen me. I'm going to allow this battle to create better in me. I am not going to run from it. I'm going to embrace it and grow from this. I'm victorious. I'm not a victim. I am victorious in this situation. So you got to begin to say that to yourself. And then you want to start by being intentional about joining quality online groups that will build you up, groups that will motivate you, groups that will inspire you, groups that will help you to think better, think higher. You want to surround yourself with this positive energy, okay? So one of the things that I'm offering right now, I have an online coaching program called The Secrets to Manifesting Love. And this is really a community. It's a community of women who come together to inspire and uplift each other. We have so many videos, so many audios. We do meditation. I'm actually doing a live Q&A session with them where we have live coaching once a month. I'm actually doing that tonight. So if you want to do the free webinar, I'm going to go ahead and post that link right here. It's Secrets to Manifesting Love. I'm going to post that link right here. And you can feel free to just download the free webinar. If you decide to join us, you can. If not, that's fine. But I want to make sure you have a link. So you want to make sure you connect with positive, inspirational groups, positive people, quality people who can build you up, who can inspire you. One of the here's the thing I want you to understand. One new positive person in your life can create in your life and expand a whole different type of energy to your life. One positive person added into your life. You know, it's powerful. It's powerful. I actually have several coaches. I have a health and fitness coach. I have a business coach. And one of the things I notice when I'm around them and they're coaching me and encouraging me, I feel like my mind expands. I feel like I become a bigger, expanding person. So I just want to encourage you to think about who can you connect with to inspire you. How can you begin to connect online with inspiring people, people who are going to uplift you, people who are going to pray for you, people who are going to encourage you, people who are going to share some good resources, good books, good videos with you, because this is time for you to feed your mind. Okay. And then this is what I want you to do. I want you to decide to feel good. I want you to decide to feel good, to no longer allow yourself to have the feeling of loneliness, but to decide, make a decision that you are going to feel good. And you may be thinking, feel good? What does that mean? Here's what it means. You don't need an excuse to feel good. Some people think they need to be in a relationship before they feel good. Some people think they need to be married before they feel good. Some people think they need to make a lot of money before they feel good. Some people think they need to lose weight before they feel good. You don't need an excuse to feel good. You can choose and make a decision to feel good. You can make a decision that you're going to be happy. You can make a decision that you're going to be inspired and motivated. You're going to feed your mind and you're going to grow during this time. And you're going to come out of this thing better than you've ever been before. You're going to come out of this situation stronger than you've ever been before. So you got to make the decision to feel good. It's a decision that you make. You make that decision and say, I am going to feel good. That's right. That is right. Yes, 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 yes. So I want you to do that. And I want you to ask yourself, why is this normal in our culture to feel bad? Why is it normal to feel bad? Why is it normal when people say, oh, I'm feeling down, I'm feeling depressed, oh, I'm worried, and people say, yeah, I understand. Why is that normal? I want you to begin to ask questions. I want you to begin to really ponder on what's going on and what people are saying and doing around you. Because I want you to know that it's important that you recognize it, you become aware of it, and you separate and distance yourself from any negativity. All right? Because that's an issue. It's an issue that is normal to feel bad. All right? So, when you do this, when you make the decision each and every day that I'm going to feel good, I'm going to feel prosperous, that this is the day that the Lord has made, I will rejoice and be glad in it, that I'm going to be thankful, I'm going to be grateful, I'm going to be abundantly blessed this day. When you make that decision, what you're doing is you're building your emotional fitness. So many of you know, if you work out, you know it requires you, in order to see results, it requires you to do things consistently. You need to keep working out every day. You need to keep drinking that water. You need to keep eating those fruits and vegetables and lean meats or whatever, right? So if you know that it takes consistency day after day after day, it's going to take you to be consistent emotionally. And you are building your emotional fitness by deciding to feel good, by deciding to feel blessed, by allowing yourself to know I'm not choosing loneliness. Regardless of my situation, I'm not choosing those feelings. I am never alone. God is with me. He never leaves me nor forsakes me. So I want you to make the decision, right, that you are choosing to feel good. Here's the thing, everyone. Relationship. Y'all know I talk about a lot about relationships, but I want to say this. Stop creating the fantasy that being in a relationship is going to make you happy. It's only a fantasy. There's a lot of people in relationships that are not happy. Your happiness is a decision that you make. You create your happiness with your thoughts. As you think, so you become. All right? Remember that. You create your happiness with your thoughts. The thoughts that you choose to think and believe. Your happiness can't come from another person. Whether you're in a relationship or you're single. Your happiness starts from within. So take that power back and stop putting it on a fantasy of a relationship, and then you'll be happy. Because you can be happy right now. You can be happy as if you are in a relationship, whether you're in one or not. So make that decision. And it's a process. I understand it's not easy. This is why I have a coaching program called The Secrets to Manifesting Love. And I'm putting the link right here for you to go ahead and do the free webinar. But I just want to say that I'm glad you guys joined us, overcoming loneliness. Are you guys empowered now to overcome this? Yes. All right, Carol, she says, I am building my emotional fitness. Yes. I love it. I love it. Yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. There's mindset is key. I am going to feel good no matter what. Yes. Lakeisha said, I think it is a mind thing. It is exactly a mind thing. As you think, so you become. It's in the Bible. It's in almost every wisdom book, every spiritual theology across the board. As you think, you become. It's your mind. Your mind creates your experiences for you. And so that loneliness is only because of the thoughts. If you're feeling lonely, it's only because of the thoughts that you've been having. So if you're just watching this video, I want you to go ahead and watch it from the beginning once I post it. Share the video. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe and like the video. Let's see. Any other questions from you guys? Awesome, awesome. Good, Diane. She says she keeping busy. Yeah, you know, it's so I really can't understand how people are bored because it's so much for me to do. And I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying this time. I am enjoying it. I feel like it's just, I feel so free. I feel so peaceful, so blessed. My days are not all chaotic with me ripping and running here and there. You know, just, it feels good. You know, some days I might sleep in a little longer. Some days I might get up at 5 a.m. It just, there's no real, you know, you kind of planning everything out. So use this as a gift. This is a gift to serve you. Understand that. Understand that. All right. Okay. I love you guys. I'm going to hop over onto Instagram and share this message. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time. Bye.